Hi there, it's Faris from Sheer Ghetto here, and I'm just back in from my permitted daily one outdoor exercise. And for me, that's running. Keeps me sane. And I was out running the streets of London, which are noticeably quieter, but there's still quite a lot of people out there. And you can notice that everyone is being very cautious about keeping 2 meters apart. Now, as I was running, it sort of dawned on me that my approach to running during these sort of strange times, there's a lot of similarities with how businesses can operate effectively also during these times. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's 5 things that really struck me that are transferable, and let me share those with you. The first one is all about planning. Now, I could just, days I go out running without a plan and just wander aimlessly, I tend to get more distracted and I'm more likely to bump into people. So, having a clear route, a clear plan is the key way to be very effective and not sort of bump into others during this time, right? But just having a plan, it can get a bit boring, right? The same routes. So, make sure you keep it fresh and make sure you add other things to keep it going. So lesson number 1 is plan ahead. The second thing that sort of struck me was about anticipation. Now, as you run, you can see ahead of you that there are going to be certain places that you're more likely to bump into others. Things like doorways to shops, bus stops. Now, how it's looking ahead, seeing those and anticipating means I can plan accordingly and add that and put in some extra distance at those places. And it's the same for businesses. If you look ahead, plan for where you're going to have the most difficulties, the most stresses, and already have some mitigations for those. So the second thing that dawned on me is it's all about anticipation. Now, what's the third one? The third one is about accommodating others. Okay, so don't expect others to move out the way as I'm running. Obviously, I'm the one doing the running. So it's about me making the changes, particularly for those who are more vulnerable. So accommodate not just in terms of distance, but make sure that you're not sort of heavy footsteps behind somebody, and it's also important here is acknowledge others, right? You're all in this situation together, so make connections, make eye contact. So it's accommodation and connections, and that's the third thing that I think is really transferable for business. The fourth thing, right, I'm only allowed to go out running once a day, so I might as well make it count. I might as well push myself, but I do know my limits, so I work hard without going over the top, and I think that's the same for businesses during these difficult times. And then the fifth and last thing that sort of dawned on me that is comparable between the two is celebrate and reward, right? I've done a good run, I'm back in, I am definitely going to celebrate. I'm going to have a great dinner. And I think businesses that are working tough during these times, make sure you are celebrating, make sure you're rewarding your teams. And so there you go. Running, business, during the time of a pandemic, lots of things they can get from each other. All right, hope that's useful. There's today's vlog. Done.